started. Just arrived in Oxford. There's actually nobody here at the hotel. I'm one of 2 guests. The hotel opened up last week, but as you can see, there's already an accumulation on the ground. And good morning, everybody. I know many people are reporting lots and lots of thunder snow this morning. In fact, we've had reports all up and down the coast of Massachusetts. But what I want to say is we've had over 110 cloud to ground lightning strikes so far across southeast Canada.
Yes, we got it! Sweet! Look at that! Thunder snow!
And hello everyone, right now we are in Ponca City, Oklahoma, waiting for storms to fire. I think we're going to reevaluate though and go a little bit farther towards the south. That's where the latest trends have the models showing all sorts of big storms developing. Damaging wind up to about 80 to 90 miles an hour, and some of the heavier storms might burst possible. And the risk of tornadoes has shifted a little bit farther south, but increased a little bit, so that is why we're heading. I haven't seen hail. So take a look at this. This is a core of rain and hail. In fact, some baseball-sized hail in there. You can almost see a little bit of a greenish hue towards the top. That is indicative of just how large the hail is. Baseball size. Rotation a little bit, not particularly strong on this storm. We've been a little bit underwhelmed today as to how much rotation we've seen with the storms, but again, baseball size hail will still do enough damage even if you don't get a tornado.
Bring in Matthew Cappucci has a little bit of some insight about what was going on with that very cold air.
All right, guys, take a look at this. You can see just how much sea smoke is on the surface of the ocean. Extremely rare, but because we have a 50-degree temperature difference between the water, which is around 40 degrees at this time of year, and the air right now, if you can take a look, but you can see it's just a little bit wet. Look at that smoke just rising up. And now, technically, not necessarily smoke.
And it's quick with a joke or a
See, it is hailing right now. Hurts a little bit. But the cool thing, this is all hail fog. Interestingly enough, when the hail comes down, it really cools the ground quite quickly. Oh, gee. Perhaps it's just me being out here since about 5:30 in the morning, not really seeing too much of anything. But anyone who's interested should really go outside right now if you're in darn cool. I mean, you can take a look right around me. It's tough to tell just because this is a video. But if I hold out my hand, and I assume I look like a mental patient if someone's watching me right now, just walking around trying to catch snowflakes. But, you know, it's tough. Okay, can't quite catch one. But anyway, you can believe me. Take my word for it. They're almost 2 inches in diameter, and it's really cool because not only are they very... Hi everyone, just arrived right now in Daytona International Airport in Florida. We're heading out to the Barrier Islands where there's a mandatory evacuation order. In effect, we'll be staying in a hotel over there, and by we, I just mean me. But you see the palm trees behind me? The International Space Center, they could see wind gusts in excess of 135 miles per hour. That's what we're prepping for. And likewise, there's also... I want to show you guys this. It's kind of cool. They're actually prepping because they're worried the windows and the doors, which are made of glass, are going to blow in. For which reason they've actually covered with this. Hi everyone, just want to show you a little bit of what's going on right now in Florida. You can see the cloud covers increasing, winds right now between 15-20 miles an hour, nothing too major. What exactly happened? Well, I had a hotel booked last night on the Barrier Island right here in Daytona Beach, and it was a mandatory evacuation order, but they were allowing the hotel to stay open. They called last night at 10:30 and canceled, but I found another hotel that had 1 room left and said media was allowed and they would be staying open through the duration of the storm. Uber dropped me off there. Turns out about a half hour earlier they had, without telling us or refunding our money, just abandoned ship, and I got stuck out on the Barrier Island until CNN picked me up and dropped me off at the police department. And right now I'm at the police department in downtown Daytona, likely going to relocate to the airport and we'll go from there. Hopefully the airport's a big sturdy building and it'll keep me safe, but the bridge is closing in about an hour to go back to the Barrier Island, so looks like I'm not going to be riding it out on the Barrier Island, but I am still here. Category 4 hurricane moving up the Florida coast as early as late tonight into early tomorrow morning. Forecast to be a Category 4 at landfall if landfall does occur. Now, right now, computers models are suggesting it's going to parallel the coast. The question being, how close does it come? If it at least moves onshore just a little bit, that will put many areas along the immediate coastline, the beach side, on the very windy side of the storm. It's a difference between 90-mile-an-hour winds and winds gusting to perhaps more than 130 miles an hour. Right now, the tornado threat is the big primary concern for tonight. As a matter of fact, little gravity taking hold there, but as a matter of fact, we actually have several small circulations moving across much of the intercoastal waterway towards eastern Florida Panhandle and all the way down the coast. One right. Going on with Matthew right now, still a Category 3 storm. That's how bad the winds are behind me. Right now we're about 5 miles inland, so only about 50 to 60 mile an hour in terms of the sustained winds, but we already had tree damage over there early on, as you can see through. So definitely need to hang on to the hats today because it's blowing quite a bit. Tree damage, as we talked about earlier on. One tree down right here, but that actually came down during the last smoke break when people were out there. Like I said, it's pretty much easy to hold on to your hats. Another big story, the rainfall. We've had almost 6 inches of rain so far. It's even more. The ground is completely saturated. Take a look at the gutters over here. You can see just how much rain is coming out of the gutters.
I'm lucky just to linger in your light, cooler than the flip side of my pillow. That's right. Completely unaware. Nothing can compare to where you sent me. Lets me know that it's okay. Yeah, it's okay in the moments when my good times start to fade. You make me smile like the sun, fall out of bed, sing like a bird, dizzy in my head, spin like a record, crazy on a Sunday night. You make me dance like a fool, forget how to breathe, shine like gold, buzz like a bee, just a
Pretty bad turbulence right now. We're moving somewhere over Maryland or New Jersey. Tough to tell because out the window you can't see a thing, but we've had some pretty good bumps, all resulting from the clash of the outflow with very bumpy flight.